Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Night, the crypto investor channel. I'm Boris, so let's dive in. I'm with Colton today. Hello Colton.
Hey Boris, welcome back to the Kryptonite channel, everyone. Let's dive right into it. What is Wild the World, Boris, and can you kind of give us a little rundown of the project?
Sure. So While the World is part of the Metaverse, it's basically a very high-tech environment built on Ethereum, and they're using the Unreal Engine 5, which is really amazing as far as the graphics. And they're also using Zero Tech, and we'll go a little bit over this later. They are a really community-driven to do decentralized NFT without artist fees. And also they want to create one of the best platforms for the metaverse for video games, competing with Sandbox and Decentraland. So what they're trying to build is something that's augmented reality and also virtual reality. And they have some amazing graphics. Just to show you real quick, you have graphics as far as cars, as far as shoes, houses, land. I mean, it's the graphics are just stunning. And what they want to make sure is that the artists, are making money with their creation, and there's no in between. There's no platform that's going to take away a good portion of the money and all that kind of stuff. So going back to the community, it's fully governed as an on-chain DAO. And they don't want intermediaries, like I was saying, between the artists and the collectors. So there are no fee design. There are no, no nothing between people buying and people selling. The coin, it's called Wild, very easy to find on CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap. And it's currently trading at 22 cents. We'll go over the tokenomics in a second. Obviously, lately, since September, they've been pretty flat. They had a little spike in early November, and because the market crashed, they crashed right back with it. But they just went back to where they were at pretty much since for a while. They've been really along the lines of about 25 cents since pretty much August. And then on the Metaverse platform itself, they also use the Loot token, which is the utility token that powers the system, and it's required to execute transactions.
Thank you, Boris. Can we now kind of dive into the history and performance of the coin, if you don't mind?
Sure. So they were founded in 2019. They're located in San Francisco, and they employ about 100 people on the project in 15 different countries. Most of them are either creators, designers, graphic artists. So that's why they're so prominent in the on the NFT side. And their games are also based a lot on NFTs. You buy an NFT, but it's actually a card that then you can use in a game. Like I was saying, they're using the Zero Technologies, which is a proprietary technology to do fast and secure transactions, peer-to-peer applications protocol. And the cool thing is, like, it's able to handle millions of transactions per second. So that's one thing that Zero Tech is trying to build for not only Wild the World, but for other potential metaverse. And they've collaborated with Animoca, one of the world's leading gaming experts. And they're trying to integrate sophisticated vehicles utility into the metaverse. They also work with Block to build those virtual skyscrapers that are really stunning. and it's mainly around the city of Miami, or it looks like the city of Miami, that they have done this, and that's another thing that they're trying to build. So they call it Wyami, is the the name of the city, the wilder Miami. And also they work with Ledger to try to educate the wider community on securing your financial freedom, not being exposed to the centralized exchange. Some of their features, they have the NFT marketplace, of course. They have the NFT utility, which is what I was saying. It's not just a JPEG, it's also a car that can be driven around. You have an artist guild, so that also helps a network of artists to collaborate, work together, etc. Then they have the single and global game state, where if a user burns down a building, it doesn't reset when another user logs in, it stays burned. So people can actually play together, so to speak, in the same environment, or they can play in a single mode where basically whatever they do is just for them. And then, of course, the photorealism of the characters, the buildings, the objects, everything. They're trying to make it look like it's real, as real as possible. So the thing is, their goal is to become a place where you can have a massive number of players at the same time, potentially in the billions of people playing together. They do a mixed reality where you can do different things, playing on the desktop, on mobile phones, on tablets, and also having an experience that really is even better than your typical virtual reality. So let's talk a little bit about on the money side. They reached their all-time high in November last year at pretty much kind of the peak of the market at $7.44. Their all-time low was back in July, where it was 0.00086. So literally a fraction of a cent, and it went berserk at 744. I mean, you would have made tens of thousands of percent return if you had invested in July and sold in November. Currently, their market cap is around $21 million. So they're not a gigantic project. And even if we look, their ranking is, they're ranked 606 in CoinGecko. So this is kind of betting early on the metaverse, if you will. But sometimes if you want the nice returns, you have to kind of bet early on a project. If you wait that the project has become big, the return are going to be much less. It'll be safer. So this is more risky to put any money on this right now. But at least the potential return is also higher. And they have 500 million total supplies of coins, and the current circulating supply is only 95 million. So they are just 1/5 of their coins in circulation currently.
Awesome, Boris. Thank you so much for that information. Can we now talk about, what's new with Wild the World and kind of what's down in their future roadmap for us, Boris?
Yes. So there was an article in altcoinbuzz.io, and they were asking if it was a good potential investment. Now, they said that the fact that they only have about 20% of their coins in circulation could be a concern, because of course you could have selling pressure, knowing that there's another 400 million that could be sold. Also, they're saying that the team included some vesting schedule, which is smart, so that they cannot sell all at once. They get their coins regularly, but After that, it takes a while before they can actually start selling. So that removes some of the selling pressure. And also the team has allocated a large percentage of tokens to project development, which is a good sign, because you want people to be rewarded to develop projects. You don't want just the creators to be well rewarded and then nothing else. So overall, they also think that it could be potentially a good investment, but of course there are some risks involved when it's that early of a project. There's another thing that's important to note is they just got listed on Hotbit, which is a centralized exchange. So that's a good sign when you see coins started being finally listed on centralized exchange. Right now, up until now, to buy Wild, you had to actually go to a DEX. So here you can actually buy start buying the coin on a centralized exchange, which makes it a little bit easier. Now, on the roadmap, they have what they call the Wilder Pets, which is something kind of new that they're trying to introduce for basically NFTs, but based on pets. They have the Airwild Season 2 NFT-based sneaker collection, which originally launched back in April 2022. They're doing the Wilder Moto, which is NFT based on motorcycles collection, which launched back in July. And then they're also launching the version 2 of the Metaverse marketplace. So they're also trying to improve all those the experience for the users. And then South Beach Map, they're also doing more development around the Miami city.
That was all great information there, Boris. Can we now kind of talk about staking Wild the World? Where should we stake Wild the World, Boris? And is there any benefit from doing it in one exchange versus in a hot or cold wallet?
Yeah, I mean, you have a few different places. You have Metropolis, where you can do it. And personally, I prefer to stake with the project, which if you do that, you will get 6.32%. So they're reasonable on how much you can get. Now you can also farm Wild with some ETH, and then you get 82%, but those are wrapped ETH, and it's a liquid pool, so it's much more risky. So probably the best way to stake is directly on the project, and they will pay you 6.32%. All you do is go to the app.wildworld.com, and then you go to staking, and you can connect your wallet. So your coins remain in the wallet. You connect your wallet, you stake them, and then they're going to pay you 6.32%. The cool thing is there are no required minimum, to stake, and no penalties to unstake at any time.
Can we now dive into the question that most people want to know, Boris? Can you give us a price prediction and where you think Wild the World will be in the future?
All right, so over the next year or two, they're probably not going to move a whole lot. They're probably going to maybe double in price, because now they're so low at 22 cents. They might reach back, around 40 cents and then 50 cents and then maybe back to $1, by 2025. But really on the next bull run, the really conservative numbers are saying around $4, but it's one of those projects that could literally explode and could go to as much as $50 per coin. Why? It all depends. The stars have to align for this to happen, but given the great project that they have, if they can accomplish a lot of things in the coming years, and if those things are reached by the time we're on the next bull run, which looks more and more that it will be 2025, somewhere around that, 25, 26, we could see this project, if it does really well, to be around $50. And that would be a gigantic multiplier. Now, it might not be 50, might be like 30 or 40. But the potential on these projects are huge, and doing price prediction is very, very difficult. So here, $4 would be more on the conservative side, and then it could be much higher than that. But that will all depend on what they've accomplished and also the number of people using the platform.
From my side, Boris, that's all I have for today. But if you have anything else, please feel free to add it.
Yeah, once again, this is kind of the stuff where you want to put a small bet, and this is not financial advice. Be aware that this is very, very risky, but if it pays, it's going to pay big. So that's the kind of project I like to put a small ticket on, just to see, because they're really showing some great promises. That's it for today. Thank you, Colton. Thank you, everyone. We look forward to see you on the next Kryptonite video. I hope this video helps. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. And if you like the video at the end, click on the thumbs up.